Hey, we are Jay and Dre, and this is our pup Guapo. A few years ago, we purchased our Airstream travel trailer and set out to live a more intentional life. We always wanted to live off the land and homestead our very own property, but we never thought it would happen so quickly. We just bought a property. We recently purchased 20 beautiful acres of raw land in the forest with big dreams of turning it into our own slice of paradise. But it's pretty obvious we have no clue what we're doing. Since neither of us have any experience with building or growing our own food, we invite you to join our community where we can all learn together.
Cleaned up pretty well for a hillbilly. What do you guys think? The last 3 days have been beautiful. It's been in the low 70s, high 60s. As you can see, all the fall colors around us are in full bloom. Absolutely gorgeous up here, but I do feel like today's the last day to really enjoy it. I wish the weather would stay like this year round, honestly. I mean, it's getting down to the low 40s at night, high 60s, low 70s in the day. It's absolutely beautiful. No complaints here. Come on. Come on. Oh, that's a big boy. Oh, that's a good boy.
Oh, it's beautiful.
We've been here for almost 6 months, and the other day was the first time we noticed that we have a wild apple tree growing right here in the forest. There's nothing else. So it could have been a bird that like shit out a seed or something super weird. But what got my attention one day is I was driving by and I saw a grouse jump across the road and perch itself up onto the branch. So I stopped. I actually backed up and it's all these big red and green bulbs sitting up here. I don't think they eat them, honestly. So we're gonna dive in, we're gonna grab some, and hopefully we can make some apple juice, taking them at the perfect time. Some will be good for baiting deer.
Yes.
We'll give to our neighbor. How about you grab the cooler and we'll just set it right here.
Okay. Yeah. Some of those to the left don't need to be.
They're pretty green.
Yeah,
still,
they're green. The ones that you're reaching to now are
Those ones
perfect.
are right, for sure. Hoo-yah.
Opa.
Popped right off. Holy shit, look at this.
That's so beautiful. Look at that.
Dude, doesn't get much more organic than that. Grown in the forest.
It like quite literally does
Wild.
it.
Tricked you.
Don't be a dick. I knew you were gonna do that. No, it's up.
All right, this one.
Okay.
All right, I'm coming out.
Did you hear that?
No.
I just heard about mine
Where?
in the distance.
What direction?
To the right,
Down the road?
into the valley. It went.
You heard it right. Oh, look at these things. Organic as grown in the forest. I bet it started from a bird's butt. Meaning he pooped it. Didn't grow in his butt. He ate the seed and then pooped it out, and now we have a tree.
This is a look into the future of how you're going to teach our children.
All right, so what's up, guys? We're going to finally juice the apples that we got the other day. Check out what we got here. Not bad, not bad. I mean, this was just from one little tree up on this road that's on the way to our property. In town, there's a huge apple tree that has kind of the red variety, not sure what kind really. But for now, we're gonna juice what we have, which is about half a cooler full. I think these might be the variety for like applesauce and stuff, just because they had a really soft texture to them, but they taste awesome. We'll cut these up, clean them up a little bit. Okay. All right, let's start the generator.
Okay. Okay,
We got wood chunks. Yeah, it would have spit it out.
It's gonna go in here.
Okay, so this is not a good tool to use. We're gonna use the carrot because it's okay to mix a little bit of carrot juice with apples.
Jason might be right.
Yeah, the carrot will be our new stick.
A little bit more natural, right?
Not bad. Cool. This will be good deer bait. Use it slowly. Yeah, push it in slowly. There we go. Let's see. Oh, nice. There we go.
Oh my god, that's exciting.
It's beautiful.
Look at that.
It's a lot of work, but yeah, we got it.
This is amazing. This is why I'm so excited to do this kind of stuff, because it just feels so good. Look how beautiful it is. Oh my god, I love it. Wow, look at that.
Apple boogers.
You want to try it first?
Go ahead. Or sit.
Oh my god, it's so good.
It's sweet, huh?
It's tart.
Is it?
It's amazing.
Eating the apple, it was like tart up front and then finished sweet.
Yeah, and it finishes like a cider almost, you know?
Whoa, damn. Holy shit. That's so f***ing good. Oh my god. Yeah, really tart, but it's really, really good.
Yeah.
Just makes your like mouth salivate. And this is why it's so expensive. The 100% not from concentrate, unfiltered apple cider. Holy shit, it's a lot of work, but we're gonna fill this jar up and we're gonna give it to our neighbor because he's done so much to help us. It's the least we can do is give him this is a 1 quart jar, 32 ounces of fresh pressed organic mountain grown apple juice. It's awesome. Cool. All right, let's finish juicing them. Okay, so what are we doing right now?
So things have progressively gotten messier. So what we noticed is that the juicer wasn't really juicing everything the way that we needed it to. And we noticed in this little compartment, there was like a shit ton of juice in there. I didn't know it was going to be this much juice.
Yeah, look how much juice would have been wasted in the pulp container.
Seriously, and how much is already in that trash bag.
Since we're running water, would be handy. How messy this shit is.
Have you ever milked an apple before? I have.
Look at all that juice we got from pulp and waste. All that work for just that.
Damn, hella sediment. I love it. I love it. Oh, it's so
unfiltered
good.
as f.
Unfiltered as f.
Wapo. I'll go get the gate. Good boy. Stay here. Aww. Oh, he says bye. Good boy. Oh. Say why? Why is she leaving? Wait, what? Why? I don't understand.
Mommy's gotta go get some work done.
Come on.
Okay.
Come on. There you go.
Oh, babe.
Okay, stay here.
I love you boys so much.
See you in a couple hours. Stay here. Stay here. Just said goodbye to Andrea. She's headed into town to get some work done. She's got her own schedule to do, and I gotta run into town and fill up some water jugs and gas cans, and then I'm gonna meet up with her at 5 for dinner, and then she's off to go do her own thing, and I think she's starting one of her night shifts tonight. So gives me a little bit of time to get some editing done, get some stuff done on the property. Look at these colors, man. It's beautiful out here right now. Look at this. It's been pretty windy this morning. Luckily, all the leaves haven't been blown off yet. But man, it's just gorgeous up here. It really is. All the oranges and reds and yellows are coming through right now. It's just awesome. We're just so lucky, so thankful to be up here and get to call this place home. You know, it's quite the adventure. Waking up, looking outside your window, watching the sunrise, surrounded by trees. You know, there's a lot of little things in life that we stress out about, like money and how we're gonna do something, but it's so important to just wake up every day and remind yourself of how far you've come. So much to be thankful for. You want to go back, get some water? What you got going on in here?
I got scrummies.
Damn.
Let's just state the obvious. So my ears really hurt if I don't put anything on them when it's windy outside, and we're taking a little morning stroll. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god.
Oh my
Can you hold
God.
this for a second? It's like super windy this morning. And that's why I look like this.
It's a nice little grove of tamaracks. And it looks overgrown, but it's relatively flat. It just needs to be developed. But we feel like this would be another great building pad.
Just with that view, I mean, come on. It's beautiful. The leaves are changing.
Yeah, look at all the colors.
Yeah, look at them. That is so beautiful. Just like you. Guapa, are you gonna go poop on everything? Oh, yeah, get it. If you could change the pillowcase on my pillow, I went back into the trailer to get my inhaler, and Guapo's sack was on my pillowcase. So lovely.
Sitting on your pillow?
Sitting literally on my pillow. I love you, and please text me if you need anything, okay?
Okay. All right, baby.
Get you some carrots.
I love you.
Love you.
Woo! Right, we got the first rain we've had in a while. And I don't know why it took me so long to do this, but I set up a little rain catch. Nothing special, nothing fancy. So I just took some screen door mesh here and then wrapped it around the empty water jug with some paracord. And I sort of tapered or leaned the rain fly on the trailer. So I just extended one side all the way up and one side all the way down. And it seems to be working pretty well so far. So we don't really have a system for keeping our water thawed out this winter. We have two 55-gallon drums, and currently one of them is full. So I figure as long as we keep it full, it will take a lot longer for it to freeze. That way we always have some emergency water. We have individual 5-gallon water jugs that we use for drinking and rinsing and stuff. Currently we've gone completely dry on the trailer, so no more running water. We drained the fresh tank, emptied out the water pump and the water lines, and we've drained the gray tank. So we're totally dry now. Some of the plumbing underneath the sink broke recently, and instead of fixing it, we knew that we were gonna go dry for winter anyway. So we just have a little metal wash bin that we put underneath the sink to catch our water. So we can still do dishes and stuff using the spray bottle. The only thing that sucks is it takes up the storage area where we had some dry goods, some beans and rice and seasonings and stuff like that. Last winter, although we were hooked up to power, we were still doing dishes outside. I would just get a fire going, put a big wash bin full of water over the fire, and just do dishes like that. One of the issues we ran into though is the water that was all, like the rinse water that was still on the dishes was actually freezing before we could get to it and dry it. It was pretty cold. So we expect to have that same issue up here, but it will be nice to at least still feel like normal humans. We'll be able to do the dishes inside using our sink and then just hand dump the wash bin. So the spray bottle and wash bin will be our new system this winter. But as of right now, I figure with the rain, why not try to capture some rainwater, and we can continue to use that to fill our spray bottle to do dishes and rinsing and stuff like that. Pretty straightforward. We do have a larger wash bin, but it's full of dishes right now. That's something we need to do before the snow comes and everything freezes. So far, things are working out. Oh shit. First snow of the season's here. Look at this. Whew. Oh man, we were not expecting this. I wouldn't even say we're fully prepared for it, but look at the flurries coming down. Not too concerned. The weather forecast right now, it's in the high 30s, like 38, 39 degrees. This snow shouldn't stick, and I think it's supposed to rain today. But as of right now, it is snowing. Snow is here. There's not much you can do about it. You're at nature's disposal. It's wild, man. We don't feel fully prepared for the snow or the winter, really. But we're getting there, slowly but surely. We laid down the floor insulation last night, which feels good. It's made a huge difference in just retaining some of the heat inside the trailer so far. All right, guys, so just to show you our budget-friendly interior insulation. So here's some leftover insulation board. It's only half an inch thick. So my idea, and like I said, I've never done this before. I don't even know how effective it's going to be. But we're going for budget-friendly solutions. So decided to use this carpet foam. I think a roll of this. It's a 6x8 roll from Home Depot. It's $27, and then we have this little indoor-outdoor area rug. This was $22, so we're about $50 in the hole, not including the $8 sheet of insulation. And we have 3 of those. All right, so it's really not that big. Actually measuring from that wall even to the wheel well here where we removed the dinette, you can see where the table used to be. 8 feet from the edge of our bed all the way down to about right here. We're gonna leave the entryway vinyl, easier to clean and easier to track the dirt. And it's lunchtime. Yay. What do we got here?
Literally just potatoes, avocado, sprouts, arugula, hemp seeds, and I'm gonna put ranch on it too.
All right, so it's 4 feet wide from there to here. Okay. Hi, bud. Hey, okay.
I'm so cozy. Oh, I know. There you go. They only saw what I saw right now.
Come on. Give me that look like you're gonna scold me.
No, I'm just like, I'm scared.
Some squishy, some foam insulation. It's definitely gonna be way better than it was. Got a lot of logs cut and stacked here. This will be set up for me to split over the next couple weeks. I got plenty of firewood over here that's already split. I need to continue stacking it and organizing it. One thing that Andrea brought up, I didn't even think about it, was our driveway. So our driveway is pretty steep. We managed to get the Airstream up here, had to put it in 4-wheel drive, but come winter time, man, this is gonna snow over and freeze. Might be a little slippery. So if this gets slick and we start sliding, there's nothing down here to stop us. There is the possibility of sliding down and over the edge. I just hooked up and dragged this. You can see the marks here. I dragged it all the way from our road that comes into the property. And there's a couple more that are already cut. It looks like the loggers left them here. They were just shit wood or whatever, or maybe they forgot. As soon as the snow starts falling, it's gonna build its own barricade and we'll have like a little retainer wall here for safety measures. So let's go drag some more logs. I don't know how long these logs have been sitting here, maybe a season or two, but this is the heavier end. All right. Good enough. All right. There we go. Let's just get up nice and high. I'll just do a good old cinch. Okay. All right, so that worked out pretty well. We got a bundle of 4 logs and stopped right next to these 3 logs. Might as well try to bundle them all together. Let's see how we can do this. Perfect. All right. We'll build like a little platform here, and I have a larger one up on the driveway. We'll drag that down and pile it on top, and hopefully this will be good enough. Bushcraft barrier, I guess. There we go. Get it to fit a little better. Oh, sweet. Oh, shit. Don't fall on the chainsaw. Just topple it over. There we go. Okay. Cool. Okay. That's what I wanted. I think this guy right here, this will be good to just finish it off, put it right on top. See if I can just roll it into position. Oh. Maybe not. There we go. All right, so we got it in position. Now I just need to get it on top of here. Not bad. Oh, yeah, look at that. Got the little barricade built. Not bad, not bad. We'll see how it does when the snow starts building up on it. Oh, what are you doing down there? You're not supposed to be down there. Come on. Oh, good boy. Stay here. All right, so what's up guys? Today we are finally going to start installing our wood stove. We're definitely behind schedule. I think today is like the last day in the mid 50s, and then we're down in the low 40s and 30s at night. So it's definitely time to get a stove into the Airstream. We've been using our little buddy propane heater, which has been working fine. although it's just another added fuel cost. So our friends Jake and Amber were nice enough to loan us one of their older wood stoves, since they just upgraded to a mini cubic grizzly, which is really badass. I think we're definitely going to look into getting one of those soon. But the downside of this stove is it is stainless steel. It's more designed for like tent camping and hunting and stuff like that. But they've used it before in their A-frame cabin this past winter, and I guess their biggest complaint was the fact that it is stainless steel, so it does not retain heat. You do have to get up and keep fueling it throughout the night. But I was lucky enough to salvage a huge stone slab countertop. I was doing some construction work on the side, and the homeowner wanted to get rid of it, so I took it. As I was bringing it home through the bumpy roads in the forest, it actually broke off a piece of that slab, and it's turned it into like the perfect hearth, I guess you could call it, stone slab. And I figure I have so much of it that I'm gonna break off another piece and create a backsplash, or use the piece that broke off as a backsplash and then break off a floor piece to act as a hearth. And that will retain heat, will also help us stay safe in the Airstream and not catch anything on fire, because that would suck. So I'm thinking with the 3-inch stovepipe and the 4-inch, I may be able to create a sort of double-walled stovepipe, because we want to keep that exhaust, the flue, nice and hot, so we have a nice draft going up. Come on, bud. Good boy. That's not what I was going for, dude. Kinda what I was going for. Still wide enough to carry. Kinda. Oh. 25.5. So you can see where I have the backsplash up against the Airstream. I mean, this thing already has scratches and whatnot. It's got plenty of character already, but I'm gonna get another piece of stone to put here to block the wheel well and the electrical outlet. I'm gonna slide this underneath here to prevent any sliding or movement. So we got the generator running, definitely needed to charge the battery. So it does come with its own piping, but it is designed to go straight up out of a tent, since this is a little camp hunting stove. But we're gonna make do with what we got. So I figured out you can actually detach the wing window. You can take it off completely, and then it has about 6 or 7 inches of space for you to run piping through. And the stove piping is only 3 inches in diameter. If we can successfully create like a double wall stovepipe with the 4-inch over the 3, that would be awesome. It'd be safer, but we'll see. Super thankful that Jake and Amber are letting us borrow it. It's gonna help tremendously. I'm already excited just to see it in the trailer. All right, so it's the morning after the big windstorm. Last night was pretty gnarly. The trailer was rocking pretty hard. We had some big gusts. I mean, at least 30, 40 miles per hour easily. All of my firewood has been blown over. I'm not surprised. I actually expected that to happen. All of the unsplit logs got blown over because there's nothing blocking them. But then all the split wood that I had a tarp over, the tarp obviously caught the wind like a sail and knocked that over. So at least I still have firewood. No complaints there. The 2 trees that are closest to the Airstream are still standing. Even though one of them's leaning, I'm sure that it's just grown up with the wind blowing that direction. That's why it's leaning. But it's good to know that it has solid roots. Because even if it did come down, at least it's falling away from our trailer. but I do feel confident that we're in a really good spot with our Airstream right now, and also why I moved the truck over here. So the only things next to it are these little saplings. Not even concerned about those. And we got some downed trees. Got a couple trees down. Wow, look at that. Broke off right in the middle of the tree. And it looks like that tree fell down on 2 other trees. Jeez, at least the big one's still standing. That would have been a lot of work to remove from the road. But this sucks, man. Was not expecting to do this today. I really wanted to focus my energy on getting our wood stove set up. Holy shit. Well, I guess if that's the worst thing that happened last night, I guess I really have nothing to complain about, because it could have been way worse. We could have been dealing with dozens of fallen trees. It's definitely in the 30s. Little puddles of water are frozen. I can feel it in my fingertips. And that's why I was really hoping to just focus on getting the stove mocked up today. Today we're gonna run the piping, and I've already created a list of things that I need to get from Home Depot or Amazon, whatever I decide to do. But I guess I can't go anywhere with trees blocking the road. So great. All right, so that didn't go as planned. Trying to clean up the rest of this huge log by cutting it in half and moving it. It wasn't as stable as I thought it was, because as soon as I started cutting it, I felt the chainsaw get lodged into the tree, and it just started coming towards me. So I had to get out of the way, and the chainsaw was stuck in the log, and it fell right onto it and snapped the handle. And after cleaning up the entire road, now we have another tree blocking the road again. So here we are. My day is not going as planned. I'm already an hour into this job, and I should be working on the wood stove right now. All right, so I'm gonna go grab my handsaw and start cutting some of these branches so I can at least move the log out of the road in case we need to leave, but God, I can't even lift it. I think it's impaled into the mud, which isn't helping. I guess we'll be able to try to drive through best we can. All right, bud, let's go back. Let's go. Come on, go. Come on. Oh, yeah. Good morning, guys. Winter is officially here. I think this can be considered our first freeze. Everything has a nice layer of frost on it. it dropped down to like the high 20s last night. I'm excited to get the wood stove going. We're really behind on it, obviously. We should have had it already installed and tested by now, but here we are. Andrea is off today, so I'm gonna get packed up and head into town, run some errands, take a shower. I think I'm gonna leave sooner than later. I don't even have any coffee to warm me up, but yeah, yesterday after getting some of the hail and the previous night with the windstorm, it's been interesting to say the least. Yesterday morning didn't start out so good with the downed trees and having the tree almost fall on me and in turn breaking the chainsaw handle. So we're going into town today, replacing the handle, getting that repaired, running a few errands, do some laundry, and get some materials from our list to finish up the wood stove install. Pretty excited for that. I still need to run the stove piping and somehow stabilize it on the outside of the trailer. So that's gonna be the next challenge. What's up, bud? What's up, bud? Going for a ride? Yeah. Yeah, all the leaves are falling off. There's still a couple apples left too. I don't know if you can tell in this GoPro video, but there's literally a cedar tree growing intertwined with the apple tree. What a trip. Much better. Just got done with the shower. Andrea's not too far behind me. We're both headed to the bank real quick. She lost her ATM card, so we got to pull some cash out for her. She has to get ready for a class this evening that is for her work, for her job. The class doesn't end till 9, so we're going to be in the city a little late. Not super excited about that, but it's a beautiful day today. It's in the mid-30s, sun's out, and the sky's clear, so let's get this shit done. This is our last stop. We're at Winco. We're gonna get some food shopping done and we're gonna head home. It's 10:18 right now. Definitely the latest we've been in the city. Really excited to get home and relax. Not too excited to come home to a freezing cold trailer, but that's just how it is. We're really excited to get our first fire going in the trailer, and I'm hoping by tomorrow night we can do that. We can at least get a fire going, test it out, make sure it's not leaking any gas or fumes, and just make sure we're safe and warm. Dashboard says it's 26 degrees. Don't know how accurate that is. It is a really unique experience, you know, being able to say we drive home through the forest to get to our little Airstream trailer. And I would say that it's not for the faint of heart. If you're afraid of the dark or afraid of the woods, animals, wildlife, it can be a little bit nerve-wracking. It took some getting used to for sure, but it is unique. Every time I drive home at night, it's weird. It can be a little creepy. It's gonna feel good to get home. Just gotta warm up this trailer. That's my biggest concern right now. We'll see you guys tomorrow morning. It'll be a good day. We're gonna get that wood stove put in and do our first burn. So keep you guys up to date.
In last week's episode, we finally started the wood stove install, learned the wrong way to cut a fallen tree, and experienced our first freeze on the mountain.
Don't mind the mess. Andrea's cooking us breakfast while I start the stove install. The goal today is to get the window panel inserted. That's a really thin galvanized sheet metal that I bought from Home Depot. So right now, while we're cooking breakfast, I'm installing a fire rope. It's like a fiberglass gasketing material that you put around your door to seal up your stove. We're gonna use some of this gasketing cement stove sealer. It has a higher rating than silicone. So it's rated to 2000 degrees. So anyone that's had a wood stove is familiar with that. And since we're using a stainless steel camp stove, it's not really designed for indoor use. I'm making it a priority to seal up all the cracks and any openings where gas or fumes could leak out, because that would not be good. We do have a smoke detector and a propane sniffer, but I don't think, or maybe one of those is a carbon monoxide. Maybe one of them is. Oh, breakfast is ready. All right, so I'm gonna stop right here because this is where part of the draft comes in under here, so we don't want to block that. Hopefully this closes. Yeah, it's like braided fiberglass. There we go, like this. Okay, so we got the cardboard template cut out. Took a little bit of time to kind of finesse it and figure out exactly how we're going to install it. I guess the fun part begins. We're going to size up the sheet metal, put the cardboard up against it, and measure it out a little bit bigger so we have room to trim, cut it down. I guess before we do that, we should probably focus on cutting a hole through the cardboard. That would be smart, so. No, there he is. There we go. Okay. Just do a quick little mock-up. No, I'm just gonna angle it through there like that.
Oh my god, it's perfect.
Like, barely. It looks like half an inch.
What is?
From this to the pipe.
Yeah, it's at
3 and...
Let go. Yeah, 3/4, 3 3/4.
Let's redo the top. 3 3/4 inch. Oh my god, he's so precious.
Be guapo.
Oh, he's such a good boy. Okay. Alright, so move it in, slide it over. There you go. Slide it into position.
All done.
Okay, so we want to be careful. It's got sharp edges. Perfect.
The window off outside without taking me inside.
Whoa!
Oh,
It's squirting out the back. What the f? Old bottle, I guess. That's what happens.
do you want to put?
I'm gonna put it in the top. Sick. Okay.
Like just right here?
Yeah, that's perfect. Last night we did the first run, the maiden voyage on the wood stove. Biggest issue is the obvious one with having smoke coming back into the trailer. And Andrea is super sensitive to wood smoke and really any allergies, dust, pollen, dander, all of that. So last night was not good for her. She was doing good in the very beginning. We were enjoying the heat coming off the fire, but every time we went to refuel it, more smoke was coming in. We had to unplug the battery from the smoke detector. Good to know that it works. We quickly learned that using silicone, clear silicone, on the top of the flue collar was a terrible idea. I didn't look at the temperature rating. It was only rated for like 400. So that was pretty stupid, to be honest. What I do have is the cement, the fire rope cement. It's rated up to like 2,000 degrees, so I resealed it using that. Shouldn't have any more issues. I took some more flue tape and resealed up the elbow, the 45-degree elbow. There's little cracks in there. I took some of the 4-inch piping and slipped it over the 3-inch to create a sort of DIY double wall insulated pipe. And we'll do a little update in the morning to show you what I did outside. It's not pretty, but it's functional. So right now, this is the trial and error period where we're trying different things. And of course, we're gonna have mistakes and have to make improvements. Oh, hi, bud. You hungry? Oh, get you some food. Good morning, guys. Another beautiful day, sun's out, a little bit windy. It's probably in the mid 30s right now. So I just wanted to give you guys a quick update. I don't have much time on this SD card, so we'll just do it quickly. What I ended up doing outside with the stovepipe and the flue is I dug down about 12 inches. I buried a nice straight piece of tamarack and used a hose clamp and some baling wire to attach the vertical flue pipe to the pole to stabilize it. Just kind of bushcraft styled, and I'd say it's somewhat temporary, but I'm kind of, you know, changing it as we go. So, you know, I really didn't want to do a true 90. I was trying to go for the 45, but just based on the placement of the stove on the hearth, on the stone hearth, it's not quite a 90, but it's the best we could do, honestly. And I did kind of leave it all mocked up and easy to disassemble so we can easily clean it out. I'm still apprehensive about siliconing the sheet metal to seal up that hole. Just because it gives me flexibility to move it and continue adjusting it as we go. Oh, shit. Okay. It's about 8:30 in the morning. I just woke up to full-on snow. It's crazy. Good thing I restacked all the firewood and covered it up yesterday. I did notice there was gonna be some flurries in the forecast, but I guess I wasn't expecting to wake up to a winter wonderland. It's beautiful, and winter is officially here. And I know we keep saying that because all the frost and the ice would keep melting off in the morning and just turn into a muddy mess up here, but it's here. You need to eat your food. Do you want to go outside? You just got to eat your food. You need energy. You go way too hard and then you burn yourself out. Andrea's off tomorrow from work, so she'll be headed home, and she's gonna love this. I just hope that we can clear the roads and she can get up here safely. She does have the truck. It's got 4-wheel drive. It's got new tires on it, so we'll be good there. Our neighbor attached a snowplow to his ATV along with the winch, and he should be bringing that up this week or this weekend. Hopefully it doesn't snow too much. I just got a nice cozy fire going. It's already heating up in here. It feels really good. So thankful that I was able to get the stove installed. Even though we were down to the wire, it's officially in. I got the flue figured out, and I've been learning it for the last 4 days. So just like any stove and understanding the draft, you kind of have to figure it out and understand how it behaves, especially in a smaller space like this. Our biggest concern is keeping the smoke out. So as long as the windows are open and we don't continuously open the door, it stays pretty good in here. It stays pretty clean. Oh my God, come on. What is that? Come on, let's go. Stay here. Hey, stay here. Oh, good boy. Oh, he's been holding in all day. Good boy. Holy shit. Oh, guapo. You ready to see your mommy? You excited to see your mommy? Oh, you shake. Oh, that's a good boy. That's a good boy. Right. Yeah, there we go. That's what I've been waiting for. right, so I'm gonna turn down the airflow a little bit, dampen it up. Whew, it's getting hot in here with the stove. Currently cooking some potatoes. Andrea's on her way home, told her I'd have some food ready for her. And it feels so good to be able to just cook on the wood stove and save our propane. Thanksgiving's tomorrow, and since we don't have any family up here, it's just gonna be me, Andrea, and Guapo. I don't know what we're gonna do for dinner. I think we were talking about deep fried mushroom po' boys, maybe some deep fried cauliflower. We really haven't decided yet, but it's always a good dish to do. All right, kind of see through the screen. Beautiful. The sun came out today, and we got a little bit of sun on the solar panel, charged it up a bit. So just throw my boot right there, open up the draft, get some airflow in here, especially when I'm adding wood, just to like push the smoke out, because all the wind comes in from the south side, comes right through here, and everything's working pretty well. Check it out. Come on. Oh, let's go. So before we lose too much light, I'm gonna hike down to the gate and get it opened up for Andrea. Potatoes should be done. They're just kind of off to the side sizzling. So yeah, I haven't even walked down here yet. This is crazy. Look at this shit. Guapo. Yeah, Guapo loves the snow. He's been getting a little depressed being all cooped up in the trailer, but as soon as I let him out, he's just a free pup. You can see like the little hoof marks. Can't hide in the snow. You can see there are little deer tracks. Oh shit, yeah, look at this. Got a big track right there. That looks like probably either a moose or an elk. It's crazy. It feels like literally only a few weeks ago we were surrounded by oranges and yellows, and I knew it was going to be fleeting. So I'm glad I got the content that I did. Oh, but it's crazy. It is crazy. Completely different environment, completely different vibe. It's so cool. So many tracks. Like if you don't have a game cam, you literally have no idea what type of wildlife is coming in and out of your property. Oh, I should have brought my gloves. What was I thinking? The neighbor came through here and plowed with his new side-by-side. Very nice of him. So Tim, if you're watching this, man, thank you, dude. Thank you big time. Just takes a little bit of pressure off of living up here. Biggest concern was, you know, running out of fresh drinking water, or having the water we do have, having it freeze, and then being stuck here and not being able to go in town and get more water or supplies. It's one of the big concerns. Oh, he's a good boy. Go.
Babe,
He did it.
Oh my God, it was like starting to slip at first
When you stopped?
When I was like coming up, it started moving to the side, so I slowed down, and then I was like crawling up, and I thought it was gonna freaking...
You did good up the driveway. I expected the tires to slip, but it just plowed. As long as you don't punch it.
Yeah, that's what I was...
Nice and easy.
I was making sure.
Fried halibut is so good.
Oh, I forgot one last thing.
Oh. That's a good
that
one.
was beautiful.
Such a good boy. You want to go inside? He wants to stay out here.
Well, I guess we're not fixing the brakes today, huh? They're never gonna get fixed. Like, is that what's gonna happen?
Can't even get the generator out. Have like a good snow skirt going on. Bunch of icicles I need to knock off.
Winter is a time when life slows down. Our days are filled with stoking the fire, reading books, and if we're lucky, we get to make pizza. Our fellow off-grid friends Jake and Amber were kind enough to invite us to join them at a cabin in the woods. Living the way we do makes little vacations like this feel so special. And then
Homemade pizza though? Ooh. So what's up, guys? So we got about 4 to 5 inches of snow yesterday, and although it's not that bad to drive in, my neighbor does come up here all the time, and we kind of had this agreement where he would leave me the keys to his ATV with the snow plow as long as, you know, we kept the road cleared. So I need to go into town anyways, and we're getting more snow tomorrow, and instead of letting it accumulate and become more difficult, I think we're just gonna give it a quick plow and see how it goes. I've never plowed snow before, let alone on a quad, so this should be interesting. I have to actually drive up to my neighbor's parcel. If I were to walk, I guess I could walk, but it would just take a lot longer, and it's a huge incline near the end, so. All right, well, we made it up to the neighbor's parcel, no problem. Just don't know if it's necessary to take the snow plow or not. And I'm already here. Oh, let's go. Go. Woo. Good morning, guys. So yesterday was a crazy day. I needed to get up to my neighbor's property to go get his ATV with the plow on it. And the whole goal was to plow the roads all the way out so Andrea could actually get to work. So we were pretty nervous about, you know, even getting the truck down to the gate. Luckily the truck did really well, went all the way through the gate, came back, made it all the way up to my neighbor's property to get the ATV plow and plow the road, which I thought would take me an hour, ended up taking me 3 hours. It was insane. I feel like all my hard work was for nothing because here we are with another 6 to 7 inches of snow. It's almost like I didn't even plow the roads. Biggest concern is keeping our firewood dry. I have some stuff here that's pretty wet, just needs to be split and dried. I have a kind of a rotation system going on here where I bring in damp wood that's been sitting out and that hasn't been covered, and I'll just split it, set it behind the wood stove, let it warm up and dry out, and continue feeding the fire. And then I'll just rotate it out with some more wet wood and continue drying it out. But holy shit, this is insane. Just gotta take it in and enjoy this. I mean, look at the car. It is so beautiful out here. It really is. Winter is really special. It's very humbling. It's not to be taken lightly by any means, but definitely possible to live up here. We are experiencing the typical challenges you would expect. Everything freezes, so I came out to get some more firewood. Guapo's doing his little potty break, and let's get this stove going. It's time for coffee. Come on, bud, it's cold. Let's go. So it's crazy, I live close enough to my neighbor. Our parcels were once the same property before they were split. And we're probably within earshot of each other, you know, where the trailer is now. And you think, oh, he's not that far, I'll just hike up there, but holy shit. Hiking through snow, it's like hiking through sand. It's just beautiful out here though. And look at this view. Okay, so I'm gonna hike up, get the ATV, get the plow set up, and start plowing. This will be my third time, so I'm getting a little bit of experience. Oh man, what's up guys? Just wanted to check in with you. This past week has been pretty crazy with the snow. It's been non-stop. We've maybe had like 1 or 2 days where it wasn't snowing. I've plowed pretty much every day this whole week. And my neighbor who owns the ATV plow was up here yesterday with his family sledding. And of course he did more plowing. And the day before that he plowed as well, but it just keeps snowing. We're getting like 6 to 12 inches a night. Look at this log, dude. It is insane out here right now, dude. My solar panel keeps getting covered. Shoveling is useless because it just gets covered up again. Same thing with our little deck right here. It's just insane. It's not snowing too hard. I don't mind the snow. I can't stand the wind, so at least it's not windy. It's not too cold. I'd say maybe low 30s. Guapo, stay here. Guapo's going crazy over here. My neighbor brought his dog down to the bottom of the driveway, and of course he peed down there, marked his territory, and Guapo is not happy about it. So yeah, I'm just gonna I'm gonna collect some firewood, let Guapo do his business, and then probably suit up and walk up to my neighbor's property, go get the snowplow. Whew, all right. So, we got some food in the belly, and we're gonna hike up to the neighbor's parcel, get the ATV plow, and do some plowing. Should be fun. It's just crazy because he did it yesterday and it looks like he wasn't even here. I'm gonna take a nice brisk walk through the snowy mountains. Every day I gotta remind myself how blessed we are and how thankful I am to be able to call this place home. I used to daydream at my miserable job, just daydream about breaking away from society if possible. Went camping as much as I could. I used all my sick time just to go camping. And now I get to live the camp life full time. Very blessed. Is it easy? No, it's definitely not easy. I'd say mentally liberating, physically demanding. And I think there is an emotional aspect to it. And one of the biggest concerns jumping into this lifestyle was finances, honestly. Andrea has to commute an hour one way just to get to work, and I picked up a couple video gigs here and there, but I've been trying to take a break so I can focus on the YouTube thing and really building our personal brand and showing our lifestyle and inspiring others to get out there and just be in nature, you know. So many varying degrees of living this way. It doesn't mean to just like go live off grid or buy an Airstream. It's not what it's about. What it's about is taking small baby steps towards self-reliance, independent free thinking. Absolutely beautiful. We got a hill, the beginning of my neighbor's driveway, slight incline, and then near the top it gets really steep. So, oh shit, look, check it out. Two whitetail. So we'll get some plowing done today. I think it's gonna snow again on Wednesday. Never stops. I'm reaching the last little incline of the driveway, so I'll strap you guys up, show you my point of view, and let's get some plowing done. Forgot about the ATV being covered in snow. Oh, f me. let that warm up a little bit. So far, my life has pretty much become snow plowing, snow shoveling, cutting, splitting firewood, burning firewood. But I wouldn't have it any other way, honestly. He is so happy right now. He loves the snow. Just makes you feel so good to make your dog happy. I'm just going for a little walk. I wanted to kind of gauge the snow depth. What I'm walking in right now is probably 3 to 4 inches, but it's packing down. So I'm gonna hike up to my neighbor's property and go get the ATV. Our other neighbor has been having issues. He's been texting me. He's got like a little side-by-side with a plow on it, and I guess he's experiencing its limitations, or the snow is just too wet and heavy. So I think I'll be able to hike up no problem and go get the plow, run the plow. Hopefully I can get it done in like an hour, hour and a half. That's what I'm aiming for, but it might take longer. And Guapo's shitting in the road right now. Good boy. Oh, he's tired. Oh, he's tired. That was a big walk, huh? Oh, so much fun. Let's go inside. Come on. Let's go get some water. Oh, he's tired. Oh, shit. Come on. What's up, guys? Oh, shit. Almost slipped there. Another beautiful day in the mountains, snow-covered mountains. It's actually been pretty warm. Last night I had even a small fire. It was way too much. It was up in, I'd say it was a nice warm 32 degrees. After a week of being in the teens and, you know, at 0, a couple nights we were like -2 or -3 degrees Fahrenheit. Kind of acclimate to that, and then all of a sudden the 30s feels hot, or feels a lot warmer. I just plowed and shoveled yesterday, and last night we got another like 2-3 inches of snow already. So yeah, so Andrea's coming home tonight. She gets off at 1 p.m. but she has some errands to do in the city, so she won't be home until evening time, but evening time up here will be nighttime. It's been getting dark at like 4:30 p.m. so I expect it to be fully dark, you know, by the time she gets home. I did a really good job plowing yesterday, and I really went back and forth, and I had a couple hiccups because the snow was so deep that the plow actually got like stuck in the snow. I'm just jamming along, and all of a sudden it just buries itself right into this snow pit. And of course I had to back up and rock a few times to avoid getting stuck in the ATV. Which does really well. I've gotten stuck twice, and I learned from those mistakes. Same thing happened down here at the bottom of the driveway where Guapo is. This is actually where we almost got stuck the other night. You just can't make that hard left angle up the driveway. The tires just cannot get enough traction, even in four-wheel drive. It sucks. We've been driving all the way up to our neighbor's property where I've been plowing as well and doing a little roundabout. It's actually a surprise that we can make it all the way up his huge driveway, which is way steeper than this. But we can't make it up this tiny little driveway, and I think it's just due to the angle of the turn and the fact that it's already pretty much icy. I think we have like at least a 3-foot snowpack by now. So any of the fresh snow that gets scraped off from plowing just turns to ice, and now that it's warming up, I can feel that the snow is a lot heavier. Holy shit, look at that thing. Nice. As you can tell, the Airstream is not set up for an ideal winter situation. Ultimately, we would love to have the Airstream under a carport type of structure along with a mud room where we could put a larger wood stove, have that going to kind of hang up our jackets and our boots and dry everything out, give us a place to kind of take a deep breath before we go into the trailer. Right now it's just kind of like snow and then we're in the trailer. It's kind of hectic, but it still works. I was a little bit stressed out about that as winter was coming, and now that we're here, I was just like, whatever, we're just gonna figure it out. Guapo, hey. He's trying to go in the snow. He was struggling the other day. He's not, oh shit, almost slipped again. He's realizing how difficult it is to go through the snow. What are you doing? Good boy. Come on. Let's go. I was worried about how I was going to insulate the trailer or winterize it by building a skirt with insulation board, which we did last winter. It just, even with city power, it just didn't seem effective. It just did not feel insulated. And now this year, I don't know where I got the idea. Maybe I was reading a blog article or something like that, but it was like, if you're in an area that gets enough snow, just build a snow skirt around your trailer. It doesn't matter what trailer you have, and it creates an air pocket underneath. Now some spots I've left open. It has my jack and a couple tools and stuff like that. Not a big deal. But up here in the front, you can see where I just started piling on the snow. It would like kind of melt. We had a big windstorm the other day, so the wind blew it around, but it's a little overkill, but it keeps it nice and warm underneath the trailer. Just a big ice wall. So far, so good.
Hey guys, Dre here. You may be thinking, I thought this channel was called Jay and Dre, not Jay sometimes Dre off grid. While Jason is hard at work on the mountain, I've been working in the city for over 80 hours straight every week. I cannot express how much I wanted to be home all winter, but money needed to be made, and our little family always finds a way to make things work. I'm actually watching this footage for the first time just like you. I've always felt Jason's support through the years, but seeing the endless plowing, wood chopping, and hard work on the mountain really has me reflecting on how lucky I am. What you don't see is that every time I come home, he makes sure the trailer is clean, he makes me beautiful meals, and has been my emotional support every step of the way. Everyone needs a Jason, and I'm truly blessed to have mine.
Okay, so it's gonna be really cold going up this hill. In this jacket, you're gonna feel the wind go through, but we're just gonna...
I have my other one underneath it too.
Sick. Okay,
and I have my sweater.
We're just gonna blast through it. So you get all the way up to the hill, wait for me up on the last driveway, and then from there, when you see me coming and I'm good, just take off and go pull up and park by the trailer.
Okay, so you want me to like basically go right now. You don't want me to wait for you at all.
No, because I need to carry my momentum and like my speed through there. icy through there. My neighbor up here said he struggled. He came up here with his buddy. I think he had tire cables or chains on his tire. He could still struggle to get up. But it's super icy through here. I think it's like borderline slush. So I need to just blast it up this hill because this is where it's hard to hold that momentum. Oh yeah, I'm fighting the wheel. It's a little deep through here. Not this bad on the ATV. Momentum, momentum, momentum. Soft through here. This is where I got stuck in the ATV, right here. Come on, baby. Here we go. Feeling it slug. The part that's shitty all year is actually pretty decent right here. Right here at the pond. It's finally frozen over, so it's not too bad. Kind of just roll through it. Yeah, there's a hole right there. Oh, and I knew it was there, but I didn't expect to slide into it. Alright, fun part. Last big hill climb. I normally put it before low, should I? I'm gonna put it before low. Put you guys down. Okay, so that was fun. I did not have the head mount, so I couldn't film myself driving. Most of it I tried in the beginning, some of that footage you saw, but way too scary. The fact that we got the truck up here is a miracle, actually. It took me quite a few tries. I almost got stuck. I got unstuck, had to roll to the bottom of the hill and then restart. So we're finally here, but we can't, like I talked about earlier, we can't get the truck up the driveway. So we're just parked here at the bottom, and we're gonna do a couple trips to bring some groceries and whatnot. It is time to get comfortable.
Time to get home.
Alright. Got our toilet paper. Paper towels!
But also, could you put these back in the truck?
Yes, put them in here, seriously. Actually, here, this pocket. The sling doesn't push them.
Thank you.
Good job.
Okay, let me grab this.
Oh yeah. All right, you ready? No problem. Curls right up it.
Oh, he hit his head. It squeaked. Oh my god, I didn't know.
It's so loud.
Babe, I had no.
to the bottom of the door. It's crazy, and I just scraped this yesterday. So I've plowed the last 2 days in a row. Oh. And we get a couple inches here and there overnight, but we are projected to get at least a foot of snow today, if not more. I'd say we're already at least halfway there. It's almost like I didn't even shovel or plow. Dude, this is insane. Oh my gosh, this is more than what I shoveled yesterday. You can see where our barbecue or our fire pit used to be. The barbecue's completely covered. This is insane, dude. This is insane. Ooh, look at that. 7 inches overnight. It's supposed to snow until 4 today. Here we go. So deep. The whole GoPro chest rig and it just got drenched, as you guys saw. I'm gonna add a little bit more wood to the fire, keep it nice and hot in here, make sure there's no fire hazards in the area, leave the windows open for the moisture to get out, and we'll get this wood dried up. I'm gonna suit up and go finish plowing, and we're gonna come back and relax. And now it looks like great. Looks like the wind and snow is kicking up, so I need to go do this real quick, so I'll be right back. Wow, what the f, bro? Hi, bud. Hands are freezing.
Time to get jammies on. It's just truly magical in here. It's just that glow. It's warm. You go outside, it's cold. I just changed clothes by the wood stove. Oh man, so happy.
Yeah, so this is my first time ever doing this repair. I forget what it's called. The internet was calling it like a Hogan cinch or loop or something like that, a Hogan loop. And essentially when your steel cable breaks, you unbraid it into, like, one side will have 3 strands, one side will have 4 strands, and you essentially peel them apart and then you wrap them over themselves. You wrap them over and interweave themselves again, so it looks like a nice uniform steel cable, but it's all connected to itself down here. And then I just ghetto wrapped it with some electrical tape to prevent puncturing my fingers, but it's supposed to be just as strong. We'll see. It's a quick little fix, and Let's see if we can do a little plowing and get the truck out of here for Andrea. And boom! We're in. Deep. This is hard. See how it's leaning to the left. I need to knock the back off first so it will level out. If I do the front, it's gonna lean backwards. It's not good. Sick. Look at the fog. Foggy cloud rolling through the valley. It's awesome, man. It's gorgeous up here. Oh, man. Well, I'm almost done, but it's starting to rain. Can't feel my fingers. I think I'm gonna call it right now. At least I got most of the snow load off the back of the trailer, so it's not leaning over the hill. Woo! Woo! See? Slippery ladder. What's up, guys? Another beautiful day in the mountains. Andrea came home last night and it was an absolute shit show trying to get the truck up here. Yesterday, pretty much the entire day, it rained all day long. It just turns everything into slush. I'll show you the bottom of our driveway. It's a disaster if I don't slip and fall on my butt. One of our neighbors was nice enough to come up with his bulldozer and he cleared and widened the road really well. He scraped all the way down to the dirt. We had no problem coming up the hill where we actually got stuck last week. Look at this freaking mess, dude. I did try coming up and you can see where the tire stopped, but then I backed up and I tried to go up the road where I actually got stuck, dude. Even in 4 low, the truck was just sitting there floating. If you've ever driven 4-wheel drive in a low gear, that thing will just crawl. So I got out of the truck, left it in drive, and I was just watching the tire just spin on its own. Wasn't going anywhere, couldn't get any traction. So I grabbed the shovel, dug it out, threw some dirt into it, and then pretty much gunned it in reverse while just going back and forth, and it managed to unlodge itself. So I was able to back up to the bottom of our driveway, which was nice, but I still don't know how we're gonna turn it around to get Andrea out of here. So that will be fun. The daytime temperatures have been in the 40s, so that's why everything's kind of melting. Obviously the rain doesn't help either. It's a beautiful day so far. A little bit cloudy, blue skies. Look at this ocean of fog. So sick. Normally this is like an open valley and you can see a lake back there. So this is the trouble spot. This is where the truck gets stuck. I cannot get up higher than this just because of the angle of the turn and how steep it is. Hopefully if this slab of ice melts, then I'll be able to get the truck up here. This looks pretty bad, but it was even worse up the road. So last night before we got comfortable, I went back and forth with the snowplow and tried to groom it the best I could. Right up there is where we got stuck. I mean, I couldn't even go another 50 yards without getting stuck, so that was pathetic. But you can see the road coming in. It's getting a little bit narrow because there's nowhere else to push the snow, so. Good boy, good boy. We've had no issues with water. We have 5 and 6 gallon jugs that we kind of rotate. When Andrea goes to work, she'll fill up the empties. And I pretty much just use water for drinking, cooking, and washing, really. And now bathing too, so that'll be a separate topic we'll talk about. We canceled our gym membership because, you know, Andrea comes home on Wednesday nights and then we would go into town on Friday to run errands and stuff, and it was just such a waste of time and gas. It really was. And it's nice being able to go to the gym and shower and whatnot, but it's just inconvenient, you know? Out here I got plenty of water and I can, we'll call it a bushcraft bath. Just boil some water over the stove and do the upside down triangle and you're good. All right, bud, let's go inside. So let's go see what Andrea's doing.
Eating some smoked salmon, watching some nomadic movement. Kaylee and Jordan.
I'm gonna jam up to my neighbor's property and finish snow shoveling his trailer for him. I started the other day, but it started raining on me, and of course, rain and snow suck. So I had to come back home. I'm gonna go back up there, finish that up for him, and just kind of enjoy this beautiful day. Sun's already setting, the clouds are moving in, so let's see how much we can get done before it gets dark. Whoa. F***ing ice. Woo. Wow. Sick. All that rain yesterday really washed all the ice away. You can still see a little bit of ice right here. Not bad. Sick, dude. Look at the rolling fog. Holy shit, that's cool. Nice. All right.
I proofread all of her manuscripts. My wife is very, very beautiful, but she can't spell for anything.
Generators and campgrounds absolutely drive me crazy. Why did you come? What are you running your AC? You running your TV or your refrigerator? Like, I don't know. What are you doing?
How in the world was I called f***ing fat in high school when I'm like this f***ing skinny? Is that okay?
You're not fat.
That's not okay. This was in 2005. I was a sophomore in high school then. It is very cold and it's very icy, but I am going out and I'm in all of Jason's gear to grab some wood. Oh my God, we are out of wood. What the f***? Guapo! I'm running off into the abyss. I don't know if you can see that. Much ice. Very scary. Hi, baby boy. Oh, careful. I have Jason's vest on. Makes me look like a little toasty marshmallow. And then I have his, I think he used to use these for snowboarding or something. You just like put them on top of your own pants. But I kind of have like a way bigger butt than Jason, so they like barely come on. They're like super baggy on him. Let's see what we're working with here. Back up. Brought you a gift.
Frozen, I love it. Yeah, let's get you in here so you can come relax. Oh shit, hey, you filming?
Yeah.
Alright, so we're getting down to the bottom of our firewood supply, and this is what we have left, is these huge f***ing pieces. Like,
it's all big except for these.
When I started cutting firewood, I wasn't anticipating the size of the stove we were going to get. The one we ended up getting, or our friend Jake let us borrow, it fits really big logs, actually. This thing's awesome. Like, we can stuff it full and get some really good heat, cook ourselves out. But even diagonal, you can see how it just doesn't fit. Yeah. Corner to corner. It's too long. I guess I should have rewrapped this before starting it, but man, it is cold in here right now. Like, my feet are ice cold. Even with the floor insulated and the carpet, which helps a lot, it's just cold in the morning. You can see the mess we have going on here. This was our chopping block for the last couple of months. This is the second one we've gone through already, but we had to bring in the outdoor one. And this one has been solid, but it's still frozen. That's when you know you're running out of firewood. You end up cutting up your own chopping block just to have firewood to burn. We do have dry wood, so we're not up shit creek yet. So we've been doing really good with the energy logs. They burn for 3 to 4 hours depending on how hot you get your stove going. For low temp, they'll burn like 5 or 6 hours throughout the night. But I got up at about 3 a.m. last night to pee and threw on the last of our wood. It kept us warm. But yeah, we only had a little bit left, but I just threw it on and watched it burn away. I would literally spend like an hour outside cutting wood. I'll bring it in, I'll stack it up all nice and beautiful right under the stove, and I'll even get some wet wood and I'll stack it up behind the stove, and it just looks beautiful. It feels so good to have like a full supply. And then literally the next morning, starting over. That has literally been my life up here. Doing the firewood thing is an everyday chore, and although it's relaxing and it's enjoyable when you have the firewood, there's a process to it. And right now it's like, best case scenario, I would use the chainsaw to cut some logs out of these slash piles and then split them. They should be plenty dry, but I don't have the chainsaw working right now. We just got the handle on order, so we're waiting on that. We'll get that up and running again, and I guess I'll be cutting logs by hand, the old school way.
Did you put a log in yet?
Not yet, no.
Look at that.
Beautiful.
Boom. Oh.
Holy Holy
Dang. Light. Oh my god.
Here it comes.
Oh my god. Oh my babe. Oh my god. No.
Where was it?
Careful of your coffee.
Bam. Alright. So what's going on here?
This side of the bed is where our heads go, so I guess like more of the heat is there. And if you can see right here,
A lot of condensation,
but you see that there's like mold all along here, and there's mold back there too. It's just delicious, you know? And then there's mold up on the mattress. So it's definitely a problem. Like I can smell, for the first time, I can smell that like
I smell it too.
mildewy
It's bad.
smell.
Yeah, today's super sunny today. It's a beautiful day. Got the door cracked. We're cooking up some food right now. And yeah, we both just got that whiff of the nasty mildew smell. So I think today's a good day to actually prop the mattress up. We're gonna do some cleaning. Right now we're just kind of relaxing, cooking a little brunch. Let's turn this on. We got mushrooms, red onions, some fresh garlic. We're gonna scramble, just do kind of a smoked salmon scramble.
And babe, what are we doing this week?
I don't know, what are we doing?
We're relaxing.
We're relaxing this week.
This week is no stress. It's all about like cleaning up our space. Like I'm here full time now. It's time to just chill and feel good and nurture our bodies and our souls and just clean, which I love.
Clean the trailer
cleaning.
physically, but also clean out the stress, right?
Clean out the stress. Just release all of that.
Yeah.
Release all the dirt, release all the stress. Everything's gonna be good.
Yeah, I mean, look how beautiful it is today. Super bright. I got the exposure up too high, but
It's gorgeous.
yeah, super hot. Pretty little, right when the salmon hits.
Amazing, babe.
We're done. You get a little crispier.
Okay. It's so good.
What do you got here? Goat cheese on sourdough.
With a salmon, mushroom, and red onion scramble.
I decided I'm gonna make little tacos out of it, so I'm just gonna put it on some flour tortillas. Little breakfast tacos. Doesn't look like much, but it's all about the flavors. Get a nice juicy bite. So subtle. All the flavors come together. Really good.
You like?
Mm-hmm. Oh boy, good boy. You ready to go for a walk?
Hard? I thought we were going to sneak in.
Oh my god.
Oh my god. This is sketchy, babe. Like, what's underneath us, you know?
Guapo, stay here.
Okay, so right now we are just taking a little stroll. That's what we like to call it, so Guapo doesn't get triggered,
Yeah.
right?
He's starting to catch on to the stroll word. Yeah, so we haven't been up here since.
Oh my god, it's beautiful.
It's gorgeous right now. Yeah, the hard ice snowpack makes it a little bit sketchy to walk, but it allows us to get back here. It's actually a lot harder to traverse when there isn't snow. The Airstream is back there. That's where we came from.
Yeah.
Our property line goes all the way back to the trees right there. You can kind of see where they stopped logging the property. And we have this beautiful north-facing view. It's absolutely gorgeous right now. You have obviously this beautiful view.
Oh my god.
We can see the end of the road, or actually where our gate is, just for security reasons.
So beautiful up here. I mean, this
Yeah.
is just like, not only is, of course, like our northern side is just insanely beautiful because, you know, there's
Yeah.
like all of these like
'Cause
waterways. We can see everything. It's so beautiful. But there's something about this like sea of trees that is on our southern
Yeah,
side.
check it
that
out.
is just unreal.
And yeah, back here is where we kind of want to build the homestead. You know, right now where the trailer's at is temporary. There's so much potential here. Love coming back on this part of the property because it's not something we normally see or even come to. But this is definitely where I want to build. I mean, we want to put a beautiful cabin right here, have the road drive through, Have a shop back here. We'd love to have a shipping container where we can store all of our tools and our toys and just keep those out of the elements.
Come on, bud. Oh.
Oh my god, oh my god. I think it would be really cool to have kind of like what we were talking about initially, having like some sort of greenhouse where our trailer is right now, because I would love to have all of the food growing there, but now that I'm looking at it, I want the food grown here.
Yeah, so much potential right here. And this side of the mountain is a little bit steeper than where we're at, actually.
Yeah, it is a lot bit steeper.
God, he's gonna sleep so good. Like 20 acres is so big. When you look on the map, we're the tiniest parcel up here. We're just this tiny little rectangle. Everyone else has 40-acre parcels or more. When you try to walk 20 acres of forest terrain, it's just puts in perspective how small we are and how big that land is, how much land is here. I mean, even though it's been logged, I always say it's kind of bittersweet because the logging allowed us to, it opened up the land and allowed us to see what's actually here. You know, the grade of the slope, and now we have so much potential with growing food and you know, harvesting rainwater, using gravity to feed it down and irrigate with, and it's just like we have this beautiful southern side, and we still have plenty of trees for firewood and building material, and it's really cool. Actually, I have to show you guys. There's a huge log that got left behind. The loggers definitely didn't leave it here on purpose. It's a chonker, dude. I don't think we'll be able to get it out. Yeah, if anything, we'll chainsaw mill it where it sits. All right, so we're gonna walk back over here and check it out. Like I said, we have drawings and design ideas for how we want to build our house, but we haven't really gotten a lay of the land. Like, we know it in our head, but we haven't done like a to scale design model of it yet. So until we get a tool up here and actually start clearing land, and once this is opened up, we can actually see what we have. That is the goal, ultimately.
I just really think it would be awesome if we have this, you know, kind of box situation going on. We can do a lot of cool things with it, but then we want to have an atrium in the back facing out to the southern side. He just really knows how to interrupt, right? I'm cooking right here and I can look right at this view, and then I can turn right here and I could be doing the dishes over here, and then that's the view I'm looking at out of this window.
Yeah, that's why I don't know. I mean, if the deck right there would be better if we cleared all those trees out. I mean, this is already opened up. This is why it's so attractive right here.
And remember, kind of like what we were talking about, is that the kitchen will be higher up.
Yeah.
So we'll have cooler views. This would be like the big, huge open doors. We would clear all of this out. Wood stove, or big wood stove, would be right here. And then directly this way, we would walk out. I don't want to fall. This would be our huge atrium area.
Yeah, with more sunlight once we remove these
all
trees.
Of the sunlight, the trees would be gone.
Yeah.
And then from here, we would step down just a little bit more. There would be a big circular window here.
Yeah.
And then there would be a door coming out on the side here. And of course we would do like garden and make it really pretty outside, but we would do a door that comes out, so it's like leads out to our outdoor bathroom area.
Yep.
And where we can come in, it'll be our like mud room area. We'll create like a little mud room. So of course, right at the very end, Jason said he had to go to the bathroom really bad. And then of course I like turn around and like fall in this like super deep hole and like kind of twisted my ankle. So that's fun. You know, I love it out here. It's so funny. We have so many people who are like, how are you doing that? Like, what's wrong with you? How we're living this way, why we want to live this way, what we're really doing. I think a lot of people deep down like have a big desire to do this and to live this way. I thought I was going to be absolutely terrified to live out here in the winter, you know, because everyone's like, dude, winter's terrifying. It's so scary. And then I was like, oh my gosh, I have to be traveling for work. It's going to be so dangerous. When all is said and done, I would have to say that me and Jason and Guapo have each other. We have all the food that we need. We have all the extra food that we need. We just feel safer up here than I've like ever felt living in a city. And yeah, there's like little things that you have to figure out. You have to figure out how to shower, which we haven't done yet. We're going to do that tomorrow. It's definitely time. And I'm sure Jason's going to get mad at me because this video is 13 minutes now. So I'm going to go back into the trailer and nurse my little ankle because it hurts. Anyways, what a great life to live. And I really hope that everyone finds this sort of peace. It doesn't mean that you have to like move off the grid. Whatever this version of happiness is for you, I mean, because this is like, God, everything I dreamt of and more. Is this camera filming me right now? Oh, it totally is. You know, we're not making money from any of this, and it's already, I'm just like so thankful for the people who are watching these videos. So thank you very much. We love you so much. And Guapo said he loves you too.
Get it, Guapo. Come on. Come on, bud. Get it.
Get it, Guapo. No, it's like a root or something sticking out of the pile.
Join us in next week's episode as things get hot and steamy on the mountain.
Through here. Oh yeah. So pretty hazardous.
Oh my gosh, that feels amazing. I'm clean. So here are my thoughts about the shower experience. First of all, I had all of this expectation and build up to needing to shave my legs before I took a shower because I thought that was the proper thing to do. Well, no, that's not what you're going to do. You're going to take a shower first outside in the freezing cold. Later on, when you come back inside in the nice, cozy, warm trailer, then shave your armpits and your lady parts and your legs and all that good stuff. The view is just so gorgeous. Like, we picked such a good day to take a shower, and I know that not every day is going to be like this where, you know, it's beautiful and sunny outside. Now it's Jason's turn.
Yeah, I'm not too excited, but gotta get it done.
We picked the perfect day to take a shower. Very thankful for that. We're going to be stuck inside. Little snow bunnies. Jason's struggling. He said it's really cold. I don't think his water got hot enough. I told him he needed to keep it on for longer, and he said no. We're going to make some dinner and feel good. Okay, babe, how did it go?
Not bad, actually. It's freezing, though. I'm not going to lie. I got one lather and rinse on body and hair. That was it. Feels good. Oh, that's a new one. But no, I feel amazing. I feel way better, much cleaner. Time to get warm by the fire. beautiful mushroom po' boy sandwich. We didn't have hoagie rolls, so whatever. Bread's all the same. But Frank's Red Hot Sauce as the marinade. Toss in some flour, shake it, don't bake it, deep fry it. And then you have this beautiful, sandwich. We've done this a couple times, and she gets better at it every single time.
Oh, thank you, love.
Moment of truth. Mmm. Damn. What kind of buns are these? Potato buns?
They're potato, yeah.
So good.
Rating.
So good. We got
What's your rating?
definitely a 10 out of 10. Like, there's no...
I love you.
Might be biased, but...
Yeah.
Fresh red onion, some crunchy sprouts, fresh cucumber, and some spicy mayo.
Cilantro.
And cilantro. That's it. Super simple. Mmm. Oh, what's up, guys? Beautiful day today. I think this is one of the first days in a long time I've been able to just wear a t-shirt outside and do firewood and just do my daily chores. It's absolutely gorgeous. A little bit cloudy, but this is honestly the first time in a long time that we've had sun. We can get our solar panel nice and charged up. After the amount of snow that we got like a foot in one day. Third day plowing in a row, then it rained at night. Yesterday I went to plow the hill and it was an absolute shit show, dude. I mean, trying to plow like 2 feet of this icy, wet slush was incredibly difficult, especially for the ATV. This thing's been kicking ass for the last few weeks, no issues at all, but we're finally reaching that threshold where the berm on the side of the road is too big. There's nowhere to push the remaining snow. So I must have done like 8 runs up and down yesterday just to be able to get the truck down the hill. There's no way we would have been able to do it without plowing. I mean, I really had to carve through like 2 feet of heavy icy slush. The other closest neighbor, we're working together. I've been plowing his driveway, and one of the older couples, their youngest son still lives here, and he was nice enough to come up and bring the bulldozer all the way up our hill to help plow the roads, because like I said, me and the immediate neighbor were struggling. We reached that point where there was really nowhere else to put the snow. His hill was so bad that he was hand shoveling tire tracks and laying dirt down by hand just to be able to get out and go get supplies. And then of course it would snow the next day and all that work was gone. So we really needed that heavy machinery to come in and really widen the road, push the berm out. I mean, it's just incredible to see this thing work. It just crawls right through the deepest snow and just pushes it all to the side. It's super important to have that network with your neighbors and that relationship, honestly. I mean, you don't have to like your neighbors, you don't have to be friends with them, but you have to work together. You have to. There's no other way around it, especially out here. You can live in the suburbs and get away with having shitty neighbors, but it sucks. I don't know, man. I grew up in the 90s and like we were friends with our neighbors and they always had a copy of my house key in case I got locked out of my house. I just grew up in a different time. And I try to apply that same experience now with everyone that I meet, including my immediate neighbor who has been phenomenal, man. I mean, we really couldn't have asked for a better neighbor. I mean, this is his ATV, his plow that he's letting me use just so we could get in and out of here. Of course, he gets to benefit by having the road open so he can come up to his property. He's letting me borrow the chainsaw. We wouldn't have had any firewood if he didn't let me borrow his chainsaw. So, if you're watching, you know who you are.
Flaxseed meal, which is good. I need to be eating that, but I have some in there. Eat that. Brown rice flour. Best Buy, December 2021. I'll keep this just in case, but we'll probably need to get rid of it in the spring. Do you see how it's wet underneath there? It's wet underneath the tote, and there's moisture all back there.
Oh yeah, it's super milky. All the moisture back there.
Hella
Can't even
mold.
see it. All the mold down there along the jam.
Bro. Thank you.
Just this and we're doing major inventory. Normally we keep our food supply in these totes underneath the bed, but of course we've been dealing with some condensation for quite some time, especially using the propane heater. The wood stove helps, but it doesn't help when you're sleeping on it all the time. We're gonna go through everything here, take our little inventory. It just feels good to have so much abundance.
Yeah, seriously.
Got our canned goods, we got snacks and bread, and we got
And we just filled up our entire tote, our tote that goes underneath.
Yeah, we have some long-term food storage we keep in here.
Feels so good. You can see this was underneath. There's like ice that's still built up underneath the totes. It's so funny. And then
Shards of ice.
yeah, look at how nasty it is back there.
Fucking nasty, dude.
Can you see it?
This one's even worse. Look at this shit.
Give it to me. I'm gonna put it inside of here. Give me the light too. There's been like a shit ton of like ice down here that was like mold ice. And I don't know if you can see, but there's still a shit ton of mold up above. And I just don't know how the we're supposed to get all of this out. Oh my god. Oh yeah, you can see that's where, yeah, you can see. No, this is like moldy ice. Well, can you, let's just move back.
Oh, good boy, you having fun? Having fun? That's a good boy. Let's get some firewood cut. You can feel the temperatures dropping quick. We had a high of like 39 today. It's probably the warmest it's been in a while, but it's starting to get cold already. Sun is setting. Andrea's inside, being a beast, cleaning up all the nasty mold. I wanted to crawl under there, but she wouldn't let me. I don't even think I would fit, to be honest. But we did the best we can to dry it out and to lift it up today and see how much moisture there was. It's disheartening, but it's just how it is. So it does feel really good. We got all 3 of our gas cans filled. If you've never used this stuff, highly recommended. Been using it for the last few years. You can put it in your oil or your fuel system. Cleans out your injectors, fuel line, clean out your crankcase. Awesome stuff. 3 gas cans are filled. Our entire truck fuel tank is filled. So we have 3 full propane tanks. The one thing that we're running out of is firewood. So not much wood left. These energy logs have been really beneficial right now, actually. But what we're learning is we need the smaller kindling, the stuff, the nice light pine that splits really nice, to start this stuff and get a nice bed of coals going.
Real. This happened in our life. Hi, Meg. I can't do it. I can't do it. I'm not doing it.
Do it.
Hard nugget.
Is it old? What is it?
No, it's frozen. Do you see the inside of it?
Oil is not supposed to freeze.
Yeah, it does. It like did it on the side. Apple cider vinegar.
It's just an enema in the shot. Oh, he's a good boy. You ready to go bye-bye? All right, so what's up, guys? Just got the truck warming up. Me and Andrea are gonna head into town, go get some work done at the library, steal some power, use some Wi-Fi. Andrea's not feeling too good, so it's a great opportunity to get us out of the trailer. Her allergies are kicking.
Yeah.
Sorry, baby.
It's okay. We had a beautiful breakfast and I have water.
Yes. Let's go, Baba. You ready to go? Come on, let's go. This way. This way. Oh, shit. Careful. Watch your step. Up. Let's go, bye-bye. Up. Come on. Up. I know. I'm gonna go in. Good boy. Spent the last 2 days just kind of relaxing, letting Andrea recover and just feel at home again. And we've just been eating good and really enjoying the scenery up here. It's been pretty cold, temperatures are dropping again, but we're not getting any snow for the next weeks, which feels really good. Sun should be out, even though we'll be floating around the mid-30s, it's gonna be beautiful. So we're pretty excited. We're gonna head into town right now, get some computer work done.
Backing up down the driveway.
There's too much icy snow to turn around. All the snow had melted, created a muddy puddle right here where I'm at right now.
Arguably, this is pretty sketchy.
Let's see what it feels like now in the truck.
Oh my god, it was awful in the ATV.
This is where you like spun out on the ATV,
Yeah,
right?
this is where I spun out.
It looks pretty innocent.
It was fine right here, and then right
Here.
there, right when you do the turn. Wow, look at that. Pond is frozen over and it's beautiful.
Be a good boy, okay? We'll be right back.
What the heck, you guys? The heckers. Allergy issues, and then I take medicine, and then it makes me go back to sleep. So I've just been kind of like sleeping for the last week of my life. So
It's like a Disneyland ride.
Is
It
it?
stays right where it needs to be. Yeah, baby.
I told you.
All the way, floor high, baby.
All the way up.
So, take a little scoop, serving size. No bean gets left behind. Like I said, I'm not a coffee snob, but I do enjoy quality products. God, I wish you guys could smell this. Boop, boop, steam. Nice pour. So what I'll do is I'll let it sit for 3 to 4 minutes, stir it, brew it, and drink it.
Little flowers. Little flowers. And then here is the magical ingredient. So normally it's like a leaf that's this big, but they can get huge, huge, huge. And it grows everywhere where we live. It's really amazing. The best time to drink this has been for lung health. I have had times where I have not had an inhaler. All I had was Mullen tea, and it literally extinguished my asthma attack. Anything that has to do with like lung health and just like overall just like feeling good, it really is just like a cure-all. And the funniest thing about it is that people in the area that we live in consider it a weed.
Put the filter on. Don't press down because then coffee is going to go everywhere if you do it this way. Some people like to put this in the cup, but then the coffee will brew through and it will fall through the filter faster. This gives you more brew time. So grab this, push down, carefully turn it. Quickly just do the little flip-a-roo and stabilize it. I learned over the years to not put weight on ceramic mugs. Do metal or whatever, even if you have to brew it and then pour it into your nice ceramic mug. But yeah, putting too much pressure on ceramic will break.
Yeah, I broke my favorite mug.
Coffee. I used a French press for years and they're cool and all, but this thing is just so much easier and it's not made of glass. You can travel with it. It's good for camping. It's nice to just make single serve coffee. You get to enjoy it. There's more flavor. And even with cheaper coffee, the AeroPress seems to make cheaper coffee taste better for whatever reason.
It's in your head, bro.
It's all in your head. And then I like to just add a little bit of water. Sometimes doing an 8-ounce serving can be a little bit strong. If you like it strong, then it's fine. little bit of stir. The morning movement. Thank you guys. Cheers.
So now you can have your morning bowel movement.
Your morning bowel movement. First tasting it, like there's zero sugar, no cream added. It's just so smooth. There's no acidic aftertaste like a lot of coffees have. Really strong on the front end. It's just damn good. So Andrea doesn't even drink coffee.
I don't drink coffee. It makes me super cracked out, like not okay. Oh, it smells so good. Whoa, it smells super fruity.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting. Whoa, and that's no sugar and no
Nothing, yeah, it's just pure coffee.
That is delicious.
It's amazing.
Look at that biscuit. There's a girl locally who's just insane at what she does. When I got there, everything was warm. The bread reveal.
Ooh.
This is my goal. This is how I want to make bread. It's beautiful. It's like a work of art.
So we're getting ready to head into town. It's been exactly a week since we resupplied with all of our water jugs, our propane, gasoline, and with now 2 adults here, we went through our water pretty quick. So we're gonna head into town and go get some water refilled, get a couple minor groceries. We ate the bulk of our main groceries, but we still have like beans and rice and long-term stuff like that. So we realized we forgot to get like oil and seasonings like salt and garlic powder, stuff like that, you know. Yesterday we took our little bushcraft off-grid shower. Even though it was freezing, I didn't film my part because the sun was going down and the temperature was dropping drastically. Andrea had that nice sunshine while she was showering, and it was still cold for her. But yeah, I did my thing, pretty much got one lather and rinse, and I was done with that. Even after 1 week, we've pretty much gone through our main fresh food supply and our water supply, drinking water supply. We have 2 big water jugs, but they're frozen right now. But it does feel really good to have 3 full gas cans. The generator is now running out of gas. We had to turn it off real quick last night because we heard it slugging along. It's not a big deal. It's actually really efficient. We'll top it off. I think it takes like 2.5 or 3 gallons, and that lasts us pretty long. The main power usage, or even gasoline usage, is editing right now, is using our laptops. Most of the work we can get done pretty efficiently, but when I'm using Premiere Pro for editing, it just eats up my battery. So that is one of the main challenges that we're dealing with.
Jason is currently working on another episode. I am getting laundry done, and a very, very nice gentleman said, "Hey, do you know that your tire is low?" Indeed it is. I love how this stuff always happens without Jason. It's hilarious. But I think the most important thing, like as a woman in these situations, is that you just really have to keep your cool. I just love the fact that humans treat each other like humans out here, and we're really all in this together. And I just really love that feeling of coming to a small town. Even if I was in the city, that's like arguably a small city, people are still so consumed by their own lives all the time. So it's cool when I come to this like little small town, I can say hi to people, I can ask them how their day is going. Very thankful for where we live, and so beautiful outside today. The air is just crisp, and I feel so good where we are right now in life, even though arguably a little nerve-wracking, don't know where money is coming from, but whatever, like we'll figure it out. We always figure it out, especially together.
What's up, guys? Another beautiful day in the mountains. We got about an inch of snow last night. I don't think it's gonna stick. Yesterday we ran into town. We got all of our water jugs refilled, which feels great. We got a little bit of fresh food. We still have our long-term food, beans and rice and whatnot, like stuff like that. Our goal was to try to go as long as possible without having to go into town. Last Saturday we came home with a ton of food, and all our gas cans were full, our propane was full, even our truck gas tank was full, which is very rare. Exactly a week later we ran out of water. One of our 5-gallon jugs went straight to our shower, about 2.5 gallons each. I didn't even use all my water because it wasn't hot enough and it was freezing. So we ended up using that water for guapo and doing some dishes and whatnot. Nothing goes to waste out here. It sucks because now I got to tap into our fuel tanks. We got 3 full gas tanks. It feels so good, but our generator's empty and our batteries are dead on our laptop. So time to fire up the generator. I need to add some fuel real quick, and then I'm gonna do some editing so I can make some cool YouTube videos for you guys out in the middle of nowhere. A couple weeks ago it was all piled up, but we had at least 2 weeks of decently warm weather. I'd say in the mid 30s to low 40s. Now I remember why I wear gloves when I do this. Now we've been having some issues with the starter. I need to fix the pull string on the back, but the remote starting battery is dead, so we've been using this little jumper box, which has a car jump battery jump feature. Okay. It has to be the starter going out, dude, because it used to never do this. It was always super responsive. But even like the starter, power wire, ground, everything's tight. I don't understand what's going on. I think that's why I need to take a hammer to the starter. There we go. All right. Ghetto, but it works. Drea was out running some errands yesterday, and she said that the back driver tire got a screw in it. Right there. Right on top. So it's not bubbling super bad. It's a slow leak. I should be able to repair that. It's right in the tread. If it was on the shoulder, that wouldn't work. I had to spend my morning pulling out a screw out of the rear driver's side tire. It's always fun, especially in the snow. You can see the little rubber plug right there. It's not the best repair, but it should hold until we can get to a tire shop and have it done properly. Right on Guapo's head. All right, so we're gonna head into town, get some computer work done, load a video for you guys to enjoy on YouTube. It's getting dark at like 5:30, so we definitely need to get back before it gets dark. I need to split up a little bit of firewood just to get us through the night. The next 2 nights are gonna be in the low teens. And then after that, we're gonna be warming up to the mid 30s, low 40s, which is warm to us right now. So we're welcoming high 30s, low 40s, if you can believe that or not. Start early, turn early.
I know, like.
Just worried about smacking into it with a cold windshield and cracking our windshield.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Hey, knock it off.
Much better. That was really scary.
Nice. That's why we're getting so much smoke pushed back in. There's just like a little buildup of ash right here. It's too level. Yeah, look at that. You can see the cake. It's been working so far, but as long as this is at an angle, we won't get that ash buildup. So because of where I put the tamarack pole too, I can't get that perfectly straight. But I kind of built it that way to resist the wind that comes in from the south. But now it kind of puts it at this stupid angle.
Oh, you're gonna get in trouble.
Well, we'll stay here. Okay.
Okay, that's better.
Staying warm.
Just speaking the truth.
Stay uncivilized.
Stay uncivilized.
So, nothing fancy. Just added some aluminum foil to kind of close off those cracks, keep it from moving so much. It's probably going to fall right off after the first run, but...
He said nothing fancy. I'm like, it is the opposite of fancy.
So what's up, guys? Whew, it's cold. Definitely got down into the 20s last night. I think I'm starting to get used to the warmer weather. Not quite sure if winter's over yet. I'm ready for spring, not gonna lie. There we go. Today we're just gonna go into town, get some laundry done. Guapo's excited just to get out of the trailer. Wow, yeah, it got frosty last night. Gonna run some errands. It's gonna be good because I'm gonna be able to go into a cafe and get some work done. That's actually one of the biggest challenges up here, is keeping my laptop charged. In order to do that, I gotta run the generator, and with gas prices, and if we have direct sunlight, then I can tap into our little 12-volt inverter and charge my laptop from the sun as well. Okay, so got the truck warming up. Guapo's doing his business. I'm gonna start loading up some of my gear, bringing my computer gear, camera stuff. We got trash to dump and just quite a few things, but look how beautiful it is today. Look at this. Oh man, it's awesome. I'm excited, man. I'm ready for spring. Winter was fun. Andrea is not ready to say goodbye to the snow, but me and my neighbors are. We talk about it all the time. I guess once you're up here full time, it gets old really quick, having to plow and shovel every single day. Let's get loaded up and let's go. All right. We're all packed up. We're gonna hit the road. See if we can get out of here. Show you our road out. Super foggy today. It's beautiful though. It'll burn off with the sunlight, but look at that.
A little bit of drift.
Sliding through here. Are we gonna be able to get back up? Cool update. Pretty much done with our day. Got most of our shopping done today, which feels really good. All of our gas tanks are full. Filling up the truck right now as we speak. All of our propane tanks at home are full. We got our drinking water full. Feels really good. So we're about to hit the road, just get on the freeway and head home. Can't wait to get home and get a fire going. All right, so we're driving home right now. This is the road that leads up to our property. The main concern is getting past where the county stops plowing. Super icy this morning, and right now coming back at night, the dash says it's 23 degrees, and we have that last hill climb. So since we have scraped down to the dirt, I'm confident we'll get up there no problem, but getting to that hill should be interesting. Okay, need a little bit of speed through here. Oh, turn. There we go. Let's get some momentum going. Fucking rally driver, bro. The camera does not translate.
No. Camera's has too many steadying
it's
features
too wide.
on it.
I would need to film my hands like the steering wheel movement. Here we go. Got some dirt. There we go. Get some grip. There we go. The bulldozer did work. All right, here's the hill. Here we go. Here we go. Get the dirt. Get the dirt. Oh. Come on. There we go. We're on dirt. Come on. Come on. Come on. Left shoulder. Left shoulder. There we go. A little launch. Ooh, thank you, Gabe. Thank you, Gabe. Could not get up that without Gabe. The hard part's over. Hard part's over. Now it's just a little rocky. Just pretend like we're on a Disneyland ride. Okay. There's the Airstream. Home's in sight. It's so slippery through here. No matter how much I f***ing plow, it's just iced out. At least it's not slush. So
Let's just stay up here until it melts. I'm f***ing over it.
There we go. Hard left. We got dirt. Woo! We did it. I told you we'd do it.
First time.
I'll turn it around in the morning, but we are up here. Holy shit. How are you feeling, baby? That was stressful. That was stressful. That was just icy. Like, if it weren't for our neighbor using the bulldozer to scrape down to the dirt, we wouldn't have gotten up. That's for damn sure.
We would have never gotten up.
We're in 4 low too, and it's just floating. You're just floating. You feel like there's no momentum, but yeah, that was wild. Andrea does not like off-roading, does not like any loss of traction, and she does not like not being in control. So that you did a really good job.
And also I actually don't mind doing any of that stuff if I am alone driving. We're not leaving again.
We are fully stocked on supplies, so we're actually excited to challenge ourselves and see how we can sustain these supplies. Propane, gas, food, water, everything. And if we get a couple warm days, then our water bins will thaw. We'll have water again. So let's do it.
Please do.
All right, man. So I'm super stoked. I just repaired the chainsaw handle that I broke a few months back. Never done this before, but I kind of just figured it out, and it was actually a lot easier than I expected. Got the new handle on. I went with OEM, of course. Didn't want to go with any Korean or Chinese knockoffs. Went with a good old German Stihl OEM part. A little bit more expensive, but it feels good to repair my neighbor's chainsaw the way he let me borrow it. Feels really good to be able to start cutting firewood again and start stacking for next year's season. Even though we're not even out of this season yet, I know we'll still be burning as we go. We are supplementing a lot of our heat with the compressed energy logs, which seem to work really well. But you do need dry wood and a good amount of newspaper to get that ember going so you can ignite them. That is one thing I've noticed. So we have a little bit of daylight left. It's been really warm today. It's absolutely gorgeous. I think we'll get some firewood cut.
my nails match the peppers.
They do, perfectly.
Look how cool they are. Like, look at the texture. Like, look at that.
It almost looks like skin.
It really does. Oh. Squirted me in the eye. Take the sticker off of the tomato. Oh, I cannot wait to grow mushrooms. You know what I mean? You have to give them space. But I'm trying to get all of the juices out, so I just put them down. So I'm going to be making a sauce that goes on the rice noodles and veggies, and I put it on everything, right? So first you have tahini. Next is the same with the soy sauce, 3 spoonfuls of soy, 1 spoonful, but honestly sometimes I have to add more honey. Kind of a spoonful of the sesame seed oil. Once again, you can always add more of this in. So I just put like a half of a lime in. It just gives it that extra little tang that it needs. Crushed red pepper. A little bit, not overcooked, but just like really cooked down mushrooms. I don't know why I love mushrooms like that. Oh my god. A little bit of soy sauce. Just to really get it like all the way cooked down. And Jason will be nice and upset with me because this will get all stuck on the cast iron. Baby, you make me tea and biscuits.
About adding a feeling to your space, a feeling of comfort and coziness and life and harvest. The light gets really beautiful this time of year and casts amazing shadows in the kitchen. You're inspired to cook new things. You feel like you finally have permission.
I'm cleaning my hair because I have like a lunch date with someone who I might be working with. It's freezing outside. It's like extremely foggy. There's no way I'm doing this outside.
We out here just struggling, figuring it out.
And also I have to say, Jason's grumpy in the morning.
I haven't had coffee yet either. We're supposed to be getting ready once she's done bathing. All right, so we didn't quite reach our goal. We wanted to stay on the property for at least a month without having to go back into the city to get supplies. I think Andrea counted, we made it 2 weeks and 2 days. So it's the longest we've gone without having to go to the city, which feels good. But today we officially need to go fill up our propane tank, water jug, and gas can, and of course run some other miscellaneous errands. It was pretty warm yesterday. The weather was beautiful, but of course it got down to the 20s last night, so everything is frozen over again. It's like an ice rink out here. It got really redundant going to the city all the time. We ended up canceling our gym membership so we could save some money there. Andrea was done working. We'd come home, be here for a day, and then have to go back into the city to go shower. It was just, it was wearing on me and it was wearing on her. I'm gonna get some editing done, which is gonna feel really good. And we'll do some grocery shopping and just have a good day.
Tell him. You ready? Oh, he's ready to go bye-bye. Oh, he's so ready.
Yeah, it's gonna feel really good when we can eventually build a root cellar or have enough solar to power a deep freeze. We can store meats and canned vegetables and stuff like that. We don't want to have to go back into town. We don't like going into town.
No, I don't like it.
We don't like going into town. We're very blessed. We're very thankful that we get to. It's just a hassle. I mean, especially when we're an hour away. We are quite literally 2 hours round trip from the biggest city, and that's where we get most of our supplies. Like I said, we have a closer, smaller town about 20 minutes from us, but it's so expensive. It's really not sustainable. I don't even know how people live there, to
I
be
got
honest.
just a few things the other day for $68.
And it was gone in a couple days.
And it was gone in
And
a
it's like
couple days.
eggs and stuff like that. It's like food that you eat for breakfast, daily stuff, but yeah, it's just not sustainable. So you can see where Andrea's hair, I cut her hair the other day. It's like frozen in the
It's frozen,
ice.
and now it's like this. Guapo, get your ass in the back seat. Go. Back seat. Back seat. Good boy. We're gonna go to my favorite sandwich place and get sandwiches. I'm so excited. Did you get in trouble? Yeah, you did, huh?
A little slick through here. It's a beautiful day. Look at this view. So I was down here plowing the other day just to clear out the road for my neighbor, and I noticed a little animal track going across the pond right here. And look here, let's see if you can see it. It's definitely canine prints, and they're smaller than Guapo, so I'm automatically assuming it's a coyote. You know, we hear them at night sometimes. I have not heard them on this side of the canyon, but they're out here, so. What a day. We had to leave you guys in the truck most of the day. Andrea dropped me off at the coffee shop at like 2 o'clock, and I pretty much spent like 6 hours editing while she ran errands around town. How many stops did you make? Like 20 different stops?
Stop it. I made 1, 2, 5, 6, 12, and then I picked you up.
12 stops. I edited for
Oh my
like
gosh.
6 hours. It is time to go home. We have about an hour drive ahead of us. Not
Yeah.
excited, but that's our life. And
okay.
we got food, water, supplies. We are equipped to go back to the mountains. Let's hit the road. Let's go home. Get a little fire going.
It's fine right here. It gets scary right here.
Home sweet home. Yesterday evening I started to plow our driveway and the winch cable broke again. So this will be the second repair that I've done on it. I recently repaired my Hogan loop and it just broke again on me yesterday. I'll show you guys how it's done real quick. It's a beautiful day, as you can tell. Sun's out, but it is cold. AccuWeather was saying it's 19 degrees today, but the real feel is 12 degrees. You can see how much I got done. I literally went down and up the driveway maybe 3 or 4 times trying to push the snow, work it over to the shoulder, and it snapped on me right down there at the end. All right, so when you're messing with steel cables, make sure you're always wearing some sort of protective gloves. You will get poked. Even these aren't the best, but they definitely help protect. This was the repair kit that my neighbor gave me, and it was working great because it seemed a lot stronger. But what was happening is when you pull the winch cable in, this was getting bound up on the entry point where the cable would enter the winch. I started to split this last night, but the sun was going down and I was literally freezing my hands off. So we'll just pick up where I left off. Take the ends and you're gonna split them down the middle. Now there's 7 strands here, so one side's gonna be 3 strands and the other side will be 4. Now as you split them, you want about 18 inches on either side. So that's pretty good starting point. Loop them over themselves. like this. Online or the video I watched recommended like a 6-inch loop eyelet. Really doesn't matter how big it is, but you want to give yourself enough space to intertwine. You'll know when you do it right too. You'll see the cable come back together. There you go. So you can tell when you're doing it right because you'll see that it's reforming itself. So the first time I did this, I was plowing almost every day. Lots of snow, and it was holding up fine. I was actually really surprised that it didn't break on me a lot sooner. You can see how that remarried itself right there. Definitely not as pretty as it was the first time, but that's because the cable has been getting bent out of shape. Now, of course, you do not want this much of a tail hanging off because it will, like I said, it will get caught up in the winch as you pull the winch cable back in. All right, so it doesn't need to go to the end because I'm gonna end up snipping this about right here anyways. All right, snipped off that little pigtail, rebraided it nice and clean, and just wrapped a little wire around it to secure it. You know, DIY trail fix. This is supposed to be the store-bought. It's way too bulky. As it gets pulled back into the winch, you can see how these got all bunched up on themselves, and it just destroyed the cable. I think what that did is it put more unnecessary stress on the cable. You can see how simple and clean this is, and how the winch is going to pull it right back in. It's small enough to actually go into the winch. So let's hook it back up, let's get it back on the ATV, and let's start plowing. Hopefully this is the last repair of the season. All right, back in business.
Okay, Guapo, really? It's very inappropriate.
Come on, bud.
Just balls swanging. We are headed into town right now. We were both very sick. That's
I
just
feel a little
life.
bit better. I'm not super sick, but feeling a little haggard.
But yeah, we're both not feeling fantabulous. We're heading into town because we need to get more compressed logs. We're on our last pack. We need to get some food, refill our water. We need to get nail clippers for Guapo's nails because they are so messed up. Couldn't have picked a better time, huh?
I mean, it's a nice day. It's just we're not feeling nice.
We're not feeling great at all. And Jason is very nice and is driving.
Why don't you bring the bowl?
In case I throw up.
I was gonna stay, but I can't let you go and do all this
Should
by
I
yourself.
stay or should I go? Nee. Let's
So
watch
icy
Stranger
road.
Things again tonight, even though we just finished watching it. Yeah, Stranger Things is like literally one of the only shows that I really am like addicted to. I used to love New Girl. And then I think because I started living off the grid, away from like apartments, and like they live in Los Angeles.
In the show, yeah.
Yeah, they live in North Hollywood, which I've lived there before. It's not great. I was kind of talking this morning to Jason, or as Jason would put it, complaining. I just wish I could have like a hot, like fresh shower, or like a bubble bath than a shower, to be completely honest.
No homo.
Why would that be
Spa.
homo?
A spa or a nice bubble bath.
Me and Jason haven't been sick for a really long time. I haven't been sick since 2018, and I don't even remember being sick. That's when I had like anxiety and panic issues.
Yeah.
But it is true, like all you want when you're sick is to be able to, crawl yourself to a nice hot bathtub, pull fresh food out of your, or even have food made for you. I know that sounds so stupid, but then you come to realize that that is modern convenience. You know what I mean? We are kind of living this like very rural, like self-reliant lifestyle where it's not like, oh, I can just, you know, oh, I don't feel good, I'm gonna wake up and I'm gonna go down the street and go to the local sandwich shop and grab a sandwich and some soup. You know what I mean? Like, that's not what it...
Not that easy.
No, it's not that easy out here. I think that... Oh, there's a pit bull.
Was that a pit bull? I thought I saw a brown head sticking out.
It was a blue nose.
It's cute.
Oh, let's go back and say hi. Yes, right now I am upset that I don't have a hot shower, more importantly, a warm bubble bath to go into.
So good too.
I just feel so dirty right now, like, because we're dirty. Like, my hair is so disgusting and greasy. My armpits, I really, like, shouldn't be saying this on the internet, but they smell like onions. It's not even a hill.
No, I turned off the 4-wheel drive. Once we got onto the asphalt, I turned the 4-wheel drive off, obviously to save gas and wear and tear. But we stop at this little trash dump area, and it's a big slab of ice, so I'm in 2-wheel drive and we're just sitting here spinning in place. I'm in first gear.
Jason, I am sick. I don't want that.
Okay.
So we are all done in town getting everything that we need. I got stuff to make ramen. I also got popsicles. Where are the popsicles? We should be eating a popsicle right now. Okay. Holy shit.
It's the last big hill.
Yeah.
What
That
the
was
fuck
us sliding.
that? You didn't turn early enough.
Babe, yes I did. The whole
I've
tires
never done that.
we're slipping. It's a slippery spot.
There you go. There you go. It's that last turn. Last hill climb. Here we go. Here we go. Woo! We made it.
I tried to put some like gas into it for a second, and it was like, no.
She did pretty good for her first time up. Normally I would switch with her and I would drive the truck up because she doesn't like sliding around. I think you did pretty good. You almost have to turn early and anticipate that the tire's gonna slide.
Yeah.
I've done it a couple times, so I already know. But now the last turn is our driveway. Let's see if we can get up our driveway.
Nope.
What is going on?
It's not letting me.
I don't ever slide into the
Babe,
thing.
I'm slipping all over the place right now. It's f***ing icy.
Attempt number 2. Here we go. You go, punch it.
Like, what the f***? Already, it's like not.
There you go. There you go. Left. You got it. You got it. There we go.
Oh my god.
You got it, man. You got it. Yeah, good job. You did it.
Now the snow can leave after that f***ing trip.
Yeah, when she wasn't living here full time, she's like, I don't want the snow to melt. I love the snow. And it's like, after being here for a couple months full time, plowing like 4 days in a row, I'm ready for this shit to melt. I'm over it. Yeah, we're exhausted. I feel like shit. We're gonna go inside, get a fire going, and I'm taking drugs. Alright, you guys, dude, it is freaking cold. And I say cold, it's just because it's been in the 40s. It's been warm up here. Our local town says it's 17 degrees Fahrenheit, real feel -1. Like, there's little water droplets that form on the windows, and it is straight up frozen on the inside. We have a blazing fire going right now. It's nice and hot, nice bed of coals, and it's like, it's comfortable inside the trailer, but it's not hot. Like, normally I get hot in there. It's just funny how when it gets really cold outside, like down to the teens, close to 0, hot fires just don't do the same thing. Like, as soon as we have our first 30-degree night, we're gonna have the same fire. We're gonna cook ourselves out. We're gonna be sweating. It turns into a sauna in there. My laptop battery is dead, and so is Andrea. So we got some good solar today, but we still run the generator just to keep our devices charged up, the things that take 120 AC. So let's get the generator started right now. I am freezing my ass off. Let's do this quickly. Well, it's bad when the generator's frozen to the ground. Make sure the choke's on. I think after doing this for the last few months, I would have replaced the pull cord by now. It's been broken since freaking July. But then I gotta pull the generator all the way out. Come on, baby. Come on, baby. Oh. Yeah, finally. Woo! All right. Freezing. Oh my God. Holy shit, that took long enough.
Good job, baby.
Oh,
It would have taken me 5 times longer. So.
smells so good. Oh my hands.
No!
It's ice cold, bro.
Thank you for doing that, babe.